What's up, world? Welcome back to Radical Investors, where we talk about stocks, crypto, NFTs, and all the ways how to make the money. I'm Wasu.
I'm Hamed.
And today we're talking about the announcement that Joe Biden just released that's going to impact Desktop Metal.
Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time here at Radical Investors, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It helps us grow, it helps us expand, and that's what we're about here at Radical Investors.
Yeah, and we're out there trying to get these quantum gains. Now, what are quantum gains? Those are a 10x return on your money. So if you like to 10x your money, follow our channel, and bless that subscribe button.
Yes, let's get into the video. Desktop Metal, one of our signature calls here at Radical Investors.
We're not going to stop speaking about it.
We called it when it was a SPAC, when it was at 34, and we're still talking about it when it's at $2.50, guys.
Yes.
We are not leaving Desktop Metal.
No.
So very, very interesting times. If you're here in the States or actually anywhere in the world, you know that supply chain issues is a major factor all over the world. It's being called, the supply chain crisis. It is a big issue, particularly here in the States, where inflation is supply chain inflation is a big deal here. We can't get car parts, we can't get computer parts, chip issues. We have all kinds of problems when it comes to supply chain. So Joe Biden, the president of the United States, finally decided to do something about it. And what he's doing is an initiative to help companies on board to additive manufacturing, which means 3D printing, which means desktop metal. So I'm very happy to see that the people in Washington have finally started to look at homegrown companies that are producing technologies that can help us move forward and move past kind of relying on one country to produce everything for us.
It's big news, guys. Big news. I mean, I really even like this initiative being so specific because with other plans that this administration has tried to put out, it's been this kind of just gerrymandering, huge sludge fund, right? Just where we have no real clear clue of where things are going. There were targets made, but it was just filled with other stuff. But this is very direct, and it's a very specific incentive, right? Initiative. So that's great to hear. The world will soon to learn about additive manufacturing because of Joe Biden making this so specific, and more than likely other leaders of other nations are going to follow suit too, right? As America moves, the world follows. So just going to read an article where Desktop Metal responded to all of this, and then we'll just let you know our thoughts.
Right? Absolutely.
But announced the support and commitment for the Biden administration's Additive Manufacturing AM Forward initiative, aimed at strengthening U.S. supply chains by supporting the adoption of the additive manufacturing or industrial 3D printing among small and mid-sized manufacturers. As a global industry leader in AM, Desktop Metal's mission is to help make AM 2.0 technology accessible, right? So Rick commented that the time is right for the AM Forward initiative. Additive manufacturing has held long potential in de-risking supply chains and enabling new innovations, with manufacturing reshoring already accelerating as a result of this historic supply chain disruption caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, the Forward Initiative is a timely and progressive approach to modernizing our nation's outdated manufacturing infrastructure with cutting-edge technology that will help ensure that the work stays here for a long time.
And there you guys have it. That was Desktop Metal's response to the initiative, AM Forward. Fantastic. So with all this great news, you would think Desktop Metal's stock price
would fly up.
Flew through the roof. You would think it gained 15, 20, 30%, something like that. Guys, no, it went the other way, right? We're down 15% today. and that really shows you, I think that first of all, we're in a bear season. That's number one.
Absolutely.
And number two, the market, the street, they're really not thinking about this company or this vertical, I think, very, very critically, right? Even though, the supply chain crisis is top of everybody's mind, and we have a perfect solution to combat that right there. I do not know why the street continues to look the other way with Desktop Metal.
Yeah, I mean, it's completely irrational, right? It's irrational.
Doesn't make
any sense. And what's happening, in our eyes, what it looks like is just that there's just a lot of fear around inflation, and basically not just individuals and regular people that are losing their minds. It's actually the analysts and these and I would even say these quant computers out there that are making so many trades right on the behalf of their staffs and hedge funds. So it's just completely irrational. I would say that this or I would say going against a Desktop Metal is built into these quant systems as opposed to going for it, right?
Yeah, I think, Desktop Metal, thinking about it correctly, gets caught up because it was a SPAC. Right, because it's a technology company.
Yeah.
It gets kind of caught up in that whole wave of SPACs.
Yeah.
It's very in vogue for the street to hate on.
Exactly.
Right?
And to profit from, right?
Yeah, so it's very in vogue to hate on companies that came through SPACs. That's
right.
Number one. It's a tech company, number two.
Yeah.
And then, right now it's a bear market anyway. So I'll put all those things together. Of course, you're not going to see high stock prices, but again, that's good for us because it gives us opportunities to dollar cost average in to increase our position in this particular company. I'll put up a tweet that I put up that the CEO Rick actually responded to. He liked it on Twitter. Shout out to Rick. But I said, we're going to look back at Desktop Metal in 5 to 10 years, and it's going to be so obvious that this was the game. It's going to be similar to looking at Amazon in 2000, right?
Amazon.
Everyone looks back and is like, oh yeah, Amazon shipping, is so obvious. How could we miss it? How come we didn't go all in on that particular company? I feel very high conviction that we're going to think the same exact way about Desktop Metal.
Absolutely. I mean, when bear season happens and when you have something like this happening to the market, just everything gets thrown under the bus, including high quality potential stuff. So that's just the nature of just how the market flows. So what's awesome is that we have this history that you can kind of look back at and see where similar patterns have played out, and really, if you're able to identify those patterns, you can greatly predict where things are going to go with particular stocks, right? Obviously, the company has to be a great company, so it's not blindly looking at things. But Desktop Metal is a company that they do get revenue, right? They're working on getting their profit levels up, right? But that was already spoken about back when they released as a SPAC, right? This was the whole thing. The first 4 years were going to be a net profit loss, but the whole game plan was basically to increase that top line, eventually getting their company more efficient to then net profit. But they're collecting revenue, and that's really great to see, especially in this bear market. And it's so much potential because there's every manufacturing company on the planet is being affected by supply chain. And for the last 2 years, they've just had to kind of deal with what, just fulfill the orders they have right now. In these next few years, I think we're going to see a lot of these manufacturing companies look for better solutions and better efficiencies to get their income up, right? To reduce their costs and for them to also be profitable. So it's really, this Desktop Metal play is really just it's a play on so many different things, right? There's so many reasons where you could see how greatly positioned this company is.
And remember, we're coming off of an age where everyone was a globalist, right? And now we're kind of seeing the reverse
of that,
right?
Absolutely.
So you see with the Russian-Ukraine situation, how countries are becoming more insular. You see in America, people are kind of looking inward. So
localization is a big
China,
thing.
They're looking inward. So everyone's kind of looking inward. So
even on a state side, right? State level, like they're looking inwards. We see what happened with the Supreme Court. They're even looking inward. So you kind of see just on a macro level, just kind of what the mimetic trend is going to, and it is really going to a more individual, well, not as close, an insular space, right? Where you're not dependent, on
a country doing everything.
Yeah,
we can talk about this at length. That's because we love this type of stuff. We love this company.
Absolutely.
And we will always be here to bring you guys the news. We'll always be here to cover everything and give our analysis on every single play, from the stock market to the crypto markets to the NFT markets. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. As always, happy hunting. Peace.